Have you ever felt like you are pushing a massive stone boulder up a steep and never-ending hill? You have been working for 30 or 40 years, saving every penny you can, and yet the top of that hill feels just as far away as it did a decade ago. It is now 2026, and the world feels more expensive than it ever has before. Every time you look at the news or walk down the grocery aisle, it seems like the cost of living is moving faster than your ability to save. You might be wondering if you will ever truly be able to stop, to breathe, and to know that you are finally okay. The truth is that building wealth for retirement is not a straight line of constant struggle. For a long time, it feels like you are the only one doing the work, while your money just sits there, barely moving. But there are three specific moments, three tipping points, where the laws of mathematics take over and change everything. These are the moments when the boulder stops resisting you and starts rolling down the other side of the hill under its own momentum. Most people never reach these points because they get tired and let go of the rope right before the magic happens. If you are feeling exhausted or uncertain about your financial future today, I want you to listen closely to what comes next. Because once you understand where these finish lines are, the journey becomes much easier to endure. Let us start by looking at why the beginning feels so incredibly slow and punishing. Think of building your portfolio like excavating the foundation for a massive skyscraper. For months, all you see is a giant hole in the ground filled with dirt, loud machinery, and endless hard work. To an outsider, it looks like no progress is being made at all because there is no building standing above the ground yet. But that foundation is the most critical part of the entire structure. In the world of investing, this is what many call the grind to the first $100,000. The legendary investor, Charlie Munger, once said that the first $100,000 is a total nightmare, but you have to do it. During this stage, you are the entire engine of your wealth. If you put $500 into your account and your investments grow by 7%, you only see a gain of $35. That $35 feels like an insult compared to the $500 of hard-earned cash you just sacrificed. You are carrying the entire weight of the portfolio on your back, and it feels like your money is just along for the ride, doing nothing to help. This is where the vast majority of people throw in the towel. They see the small returns and decide that investing is a scam, or that they might as well just spend the money and enjoy today, since tomorrow feels so far away. But if you can stay consistent, if you can keep digging that foundation, you will eventually hit the first tipping point. The first tipping point occurs when your investments earn more in a typical year than you actually contribute to the account. This is a quiet but monumental shift in your relationship with money. Imagine you have reached a portfolio of $150,000. If the market has a good year and grows by 10%, your account just earned $15,000 on its own. Now, compare that to your annual contribution. If you have been diligently saving $1,000 every month, that is $12,000 a year. Suddenly, for the first time in your life, your money produced more value than your physical labor did. You are no longer the only one pushing that boulder. Your money has finally grown big enough to put its shoulder against the stone and help you push. This is the moment when the engine officially starts running on something other than your own fuel. You might not feel rich yet, and your lifestyle might not change overnight, but the math has shifted in your favor. The momentum is beginning to build, and from here, the speed of your growth will only increase. As we move deeper into this decade of 2026, we have to recognize that the second tipping point is where true freedom begins to take shape. The second tipping point is when your investments earn as much as your actual job pays you in a year. Think about the psychological weight of that for a moment. If you earn $60,000 a year at your profession, and you have a portfolio of $600,000 that grows by 10%, you have just made $60,000 without lifting a finger. You have effectively cloned yourself. There is now a second version of you out there in the world, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This second version of you does not need to drink coffee. It does not get tired. It does not attend useless meetings. And it never complains about the commute. It just works silently and efficiently to provide for your future. When you reach this stage, your relationship with your employer changes completely. The fear of a layoff or a toxic boss starts to evaporate because you know that even if you walked away tomorrow, your silent twin would still be there, earning an income for you. You are no longer working because you have to. You are working because you choose to. This provides a level of peace and security that no paycheck can ever match. You can negotiate harder for a higher salary. You can take more time off to be with your grandchildren, or you can pivot to a career that actually fulfills your soul. Suddenly, the stress of the daily grind begins to fade because you have a massive financial cushion protecting your life. But even as exciting as the second tipping point is, it is only a prelude to the third and final stage. The third tipping point is when you reach true financial independence. This is the moment when your portfolio is large enough to support what is known as the 4% rule. The 4% rule is a time-tested strategy that suggests you can withdraw 4% of your portfolio every year, adjusted for inflation, and your money will likely last for 30 years or more. If you have $1,250,000, 4% of that is $50,000 a year. When you combine that with your Social Security benefits, which for a typical couple in 2026 might be another $48,000 a year, you are looking at a total annual income of nearly $100,000. This is the point where the boulder is no longer being pushed. It is rolling down the hill at high speed. At this stage, you could stop saving entirely, and your net worth would likely still continue to grow because the returns are compounding faster than you can spend them. It feels like magic, but it is actually just the result of years of patience and discipline. What is most shocking about this third stage is how quickly the numbers begin to explode. It might have taken you 25 years to reach your first $1 million, but because of the power of compounding on such a large base, reaching the second million might only take another 7 or 8 years, and the third million could arrive in as little as 4 or 5 years after that. This is why you see the wealthiest people getting richer so quickly, even when they appear to be doing very little. Their money has reached a critical mass where it is generating more wealth than any human being could ever earn through a salary. For those of you who are 55 or older and feel like you started too late, I want to give you a piece of hope. You do not need to reach the multi-million-dollar finish line to benefit from these tipping points. Even reaching the first tipping point can be the difference between a retirement of scarcity and a retirement of comfort. If you can get your portfolio to the point where it is helping you push, even just a little bit, you have already won a major victory. The key is to stop comparing yourself to the outliers and the lucky few you see on the news. Focus on your own hill and your own boulder. Every dollar you save today is a tiny worker you are hiring to help you push that stone tomorrow. In 2026, with all the uncertainty in the global economy, the best insurance policy you can have is a portfolio that is working for you. Do not be discouraged by the market dips or the slow periods where it feels like nothing is happening. Remember the excavation phase of the skyscraper. Just because you cannot see the building yet does not mean the foundation is not growing stronger. The math of compounding is a law of nature, just like gravity. It works for everyone who stays in the game long enough to let it. As you move forward, I want you to ask yourself which tipping point you are currently working toward. Are you still the only engine? Or has your money started to help you push? Recognizing where you are on this journey is the first step toward taking back control of your time and your freedom. The ultimate reward of financial independence is not the ability to buy expensive things. It is the ability to own your own time. It is the freedom to wake up every morning and decide exactly how you want to spend your day. Whether that is traveling, volunteering, or simply sitting on your porch with a cup of coffee and a good book. That peace of mind is worth every sacrifice you are making today. The climb is hard and the hill is steep, but the view from the top is unlike anything else. Do not let go of the rope. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and trust that the math will eventually do the heavy lifting for you. Your tipping point is coming, and it will be worth the wait. Take a moment today to look at your numbers and plan your next move toward that first, second, or third finish line. You have worked hard for your money your entire life. It is time to make sure your money starts working just as hard for you. When that happens, you will realize that the boulder was never meant to crush you. It was meant to build the strength you need to enjoy the freedom that is waiting on the other side. The journey might be long, but you are closer than you were yesterday. Keep pushing, keep saving, and keep believing in the power of your future. Financial peace is not a dream. It is a destination that is reached one step at a time. I look forward to seeing you reach your own tipping point very soon. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Please share your thoughts or which milestone you are currently aiming for in the comments below. Let us support each other on this path to true independence. I will see you in the next analysis.